and go to power and shut down guest OS, it'll do it cleanly, so there's no issue whatsoever. And then if it leaves them on because they're waiting on updates, then you can just go straight forward to power off. But it's best to use, they've all got VM tools on, best to use shutdown guest first. Right, once you've closed all them down, the only VM you'll have running is the vCenter. Now the vCenter, to close that down, is a completely different thing. Now bear in mind this is vCenter which you're on at the moment. The easiest way to do it is log out of this, log out of vCenter, and that will do it in a second. Right, so then you go to your vCenter appliance, so that's 3, but that's port 5480. Then delete all the other garbage. Unfortunately it has signatures and it works out, which is a bit of a nightmare. You can highlight them up, but for safety's sake, I'm just doing them one at a time, it's easier. So right now you know at one situation that all your virtual machines are down. Obviously clear it with all the users first and everything like that to make sure that they're happy and everybody's not using or doing these huge transfers or anything like that. I'm saying it's taking this time. I'll do it the other way. Right. As I say, it's the vCenter, your vCenter address, colon, and the port number, which is 5480. It's always 5480. Hit return. It will come up. Right, in the vCenter is root. You have got this is the vCenter appliance. You have got that on your password list. So for this point, I'll type in now. You won't use vCenter again. For the time being. No, don't save. Right, in here you've got an option called actions. Reboot, shutdown. I don't want to do it for my sake because it's easier. So you do shutdown. That will go through the normal process of shutting it down. You can do it via console as well, but you can't do it within vCenter. That box will close down. Then once that's done, in the meantime you can log into one of your hosts. Now you've got 3, so you'd have to, the vCenter is on the EXXi3, so best off to check to go 3, 2 and 1, so check it all to make sure it all picks up anyway. That's the easiest way to do things. Right, you'd log into your host, your first host. All your passwords are apparent on the sheet. Typed the wrong password in. Right, now those messages there are just saying this host is managed by vCenter, and that's, I'm using customized image. So you click on your virtual machines, you've got how many you've got and started. Now all these ones will be closed down or shut down, so you just have to watch them. Also your vCenter should be shut down as well. My server appliance is still running obviously, but basically they'll all be powered off, all of them. Once they've closed down, the virtual appliance is closed down, then you need to go to the host, click on the loft, click on the right hand, and it says here enter maintenance mode. Now from my point of view it won't do it because I've still got machines running, but it'll always ask you as well. It's like move any machines that are running to another host. You don't want that because all your virtual machines should be shut down, and that will basically put the maintenance mode on the host, and you'll see a little icon appear just in there and it will change slightly. And then what you can do is right hand click and you've got shutdown or reboot. Click the shutdown and that will take a couple of minutes to shut it down nice and cleanly. Do exactly the same principle on ESXi 2, ESXi 1, and all the servers will turn off and vCenter's turned off. Right, that is that bit. Then obviously you're going to get logged out of this anyway because you're shutting it down. Right, so that's really a straightforward point of doing the SXIs and the vCenter and shutting it down cleanly. Now with the MSA, with the HP MSA, you have to shut down both controllers, so the best thing to do is use the shortcut that I gave you for the MSA configuration portal. Go into that. Now if you click on the left hand side where it says settings, it will come up with a box all of a sudden and say, oh, do you want to restart? If you click an icon on that box, you get the options to either shut down or restart. If you do shut down, it'll stop the I/O, it'll lock all the drives down, and it'll close it off. In which case then the MSA will just burr as such, but it will all go off anyway. You've got two switches at the back. If you're going to completely turn it off, turn the power switches off as well. It doesn't matter what order you turn the power switches on, but I always tend to do the control A and controller B. So controller A is on looking at the back of it, it's left hand side. Controller B is the power supply on the right hand side, and that's your whole environment then closed down except for your switches and everything else.